It's in the name.
Welcome into Season 3 of the Good Old-Fashioned Dislike Podcast, where dynasties never die, and hate is an extreme word, but just barely. This episode is brought to you by Collision Auto Repair Services in Killen, Alabama. Football is a collision sport, but driving your car shouldn't be. When your car suffers from unnecessary roughness, be sure to call Collision Auto Repair Services at 256-272-2007. That's 256-272-2007. On this podcast, we pick a football rivalry, and we submit that rivalry to the panel of dislike. They will come up with the reasons why we like one team, dislike one team, and vice versa. By the end, we come to a conclusion of where our loyalties lie, mainly based on non-football things, but that's what's so much fun. Be sure to tell us in the comments who you're rooting for when the Penn State Nittany Lions travel to Morgantown to rumble with the West Virginia Mountaineers. These teams met for the first time on October 15th, 1904. Penn State leads the series 49-9-2. Alongside the Pitt Panthers, these teams made up the old Tri-State Big Three District. The old Ironside Trophy was awarded to the team that had the best record versus the other two. Penn State finished 10-3 last year, and the Mountaineers wrapped up a 9-win season in 2023. Now to the professionals of dislike. This week's golden dislike goes to the watering down of rivalry games because of the 12-team playoff. Also, Michigan. The uniform light goes to Penn State because, well, tradition. West Virginia pepperoni rolls, all, and I do mean all the likes. Rest in peace to the Mr. NBA logo, Jerry West from West Virginia. Penn State misplacing the old Ironside Trophy in 1984, never to be seen again. Dislike. Pennsylvania's law banning freedom-loving Americans from catching fish with their mouths. Dislike. Even worse, you can't whistle underwater in West Virginia. Dislike. Steve Harvey is from West Virginia, survey says. Like. Also, Randy Moss, Jason Williams, Mary Lou Retton, Brad Paisley, and Lou Holtz. Randy Moss and Jason Williams on the same high school basketball and football teams? Not even fair. Also, how did Randy Moss go to the real We Are Marshall? Dislike. Our pals Jeff, CJ, Kevin, and Josh all hail from West Virginia. Legends, at least in their own minds. It's football season, which is also known as Pennsylvania Taylor Swift season. Dislike. Kobe Bryant was from Pennsylvania, along with Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Joe Namath, and Ken Griffey Jr. Legendary. You are now 6 degrees from Pennsylvania Kevin Bacon by listening to this podcast. Like. The Mothman prophecy stories from West Virginia and creep me right out. Penn State head coach James Franklin was more fun at Vanderbilt. Like. Penn State wasn't the worst offense last year, but they better hope Iowa doesn't shut down their football program. Dislike. I once heard West Virginia head coach Neil Brown at the Alabama coaching clinic. Like. What is a Nittany line? Of course there's Google, but who has that kind of time? Dislike. I like panel member Josh's nifty Lions idea better. Why are we out here burning couches again? Coonskin hats in West Virginia are better than the ones in Tennessee. Reverse Penn and State, and you've got State Penn, which is the opposite of Happy Valley. Lacking creativity when naming the state college town and just naming it State College. Dislike. The most famous punter in the world and former Mountaineer, Pat McAfee. The jury's still out. Pat McAfee tricking the Georgia Bulldog fans at the SEC championship game last year. Legendary. The Penn State whiteout. Mind-boggling. Like. Alabama blocking a field goal to hold on to win at Penn State in 1989. Like. West Virginia saving Alabama football from the Rich Rod era. Thank you. My top 5 Lions. Number 5, Mufasa. Ooh, say it again. Number 4, Rory of the Detroit Lions. Number 3, the University of North Alabama Lions. R.I.P. Leo III. Number 2, the Freed Hardeman Lions. Number 1, Aslan from the Chronicles of Narnia. Chronicles of Narnia. Saquon Barkley, Franco Harris, Jack Ham, and Joe Pa wore the blue and white. Alabamian Pat White, Tavon Austin, Major Harris, and Steve Slayton were Mountaineers. Mountain Mama, take me home because the pick is in, and just like Nick Saban, we are Mountaineers. This weekend, at least.